Dave.
Christopher Nejman, how you doing, buddy?
Martelli.
Good to see you.
Dude, how are you?
Ah, fantastic, thank you.
Dave, I've never seen this before. Suspension at the top?
Oh, absolutely. What you're seeing here is a culmination of new innovative products for the quilting industry. And one thing that we've done, especially with the quilting, is we found a way that we can quilt clothing and handbags and stuff like that without having to do it before you put it together. So basically you can take the handbag or different items that you're quilting after they're already assembled, then come in here because there's no tray, and you can actually quilt them.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's a neat thing, neat perspective.
No way.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what you see with the overhead rails.
Well, that's pretty freaking cool.
Yeah, absolutely. And another thing is, and this appeals to the public quite often, is a lot of us get lazy when we're quilting because you're talking about long, long hours of quilting. So, with no tray underneath, we can actually put the sewing machine all the way down with electric leg lifts, and then we can quilt in a sitting down position. Saddle chair or anything of that nature.
Oh, you guys are like the engineers of the industry.
Yeah, we're working on it. We work hard to perform every single weekend and week out. We take problems that have culminated over the years, and we have solutions for them. And this is what you see when it's all said and done.
Yeah, like this one here. Yeah.
This makes perfect sense.
Yeah, doesn't it?
It makes perfect sense.
Absolutely does.
I mean, for someone like me who's just like learning about the way the quilters quilt, I mean, this makes perfect sense.
Absolutely.
So why hasn't... Well, you...
Your question was to me, and I'll finish it for you. Why has not anybody developed this?
Yes.
Very simple solution, very simple answer. The solution to hanging a machine is not as simple as it seems. You have what you call a cantilever issue. When you take a large mass weight and you take it, the further out you extend the weight, the further it drops. So obviously if your machine can't stay stationary, then you can't quilt. So what we did is we found the center of mass on our sewing machine, which made it become patentable at that point. So that's why we did what we did.
Why don't you fire this baby up and show me a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. Matter of fact, I think we're engaged right now. I'll put us in manual mode right there, and this is just only half of the speed at what you can do. As you can see here, you can see some quilters have actually done some design work on the quilt. A little bit slower there, so you can get some good points. But I'm just going to fire it up. I don't actually quilt, we just innovate, but I'll show you what the machine can do. And a lot of quilting really looks nice as long as you don't cross your lines. That's where you get into the trouble. So as long as you just stay, you can meander all over, you know, or just follow the lines that you've already done. And you can do different design works, like come into a point and then come out. And there's so many different things. Let me put it to you like this, okay? And there's just a quick demo on the machine. I'm going to put quilting to you like this. Eliminating the pen and the pencil, you're drawing. It's an art form that comes out of the head, or many design work that you can put by patterns, you can trace on patterns, but a lot of it's artistic, you know? So it's what comes out of the mind, and as you can do in some of your work, you can become as artistic as you want. There's several things that you can do with art form, and that's what pretty much this does. It takes the place of pencils and pens and allows you to draw on thread.
And I'm just so fascinated by the hanging rail system here. I think that is genius.
Yeah.
Genius approach. David, where can sewers and quilters obtain your products from?
MartelliNotions.com. We have a little bit of everything on there. And just remember this, we don't sew and we don't quilt. We're in the business of making quilters better quilters. So we develop better mousetraps, if you will. So if you go to www.MartelliNotions.com, we'll show you a lot of products and tell a little bit about the products.
And here is your poster up here. Thank you so much, David. It was good to run into you.
Yeah, it's always good seeing you.
Wonderful.